You gotta have it right there. All right. How do I sound? Everything's good?
Bueno, taco bueno.
Everything's going. Everything's flowing. All right, let's do this. So this is gonna be the podcast, Menso My Smart Podcast, episode 25.
You've been getting really good at that.
Yeah, episode 25. It's a good. This is gonna be a good episode. The mood is set. Everything feels good. Everything feels right at this point because we've done it so long. I feel like we just click it on when we start the podcast. You know what I mean? So episode 25. So you already know how it goes. We're gonna start off by our weekly updates, and then we're gonna get into topics and then random dumb shit that comes out of our mouth. So here we go. So you want to go first, Eddy?
Yeah. So still on my diet, still trying to eat good. Not trying. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I fucked up one day, bro, and I feel real guilty for it. I fucking ate some wings, dog. I ate some wings, and let me tell you something. My body's not used to that. The next day, I regretted it so fucking bad. All day in the bathroom, all day. Well, not all day at the gym, but when I went to the gym, it was one of those situations where it's like, okay, I'm doing 30 minutes of cardio. And then once I hit that 20 minute mark, I had to just fucking dip. I was like, no, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Wings from where?
Huh?
Wings from where?
Pluckers. Yeah, them hoes were good though.
The last time I had wings was from Wingstop, and we ordered like $30 worth of wings, and then we were fucking them up. And then halfway, like 30 minutes into it, my stomach started feeling this pain. And then after we fucked up all the wings, and then an hour later, I was throwing up, and I had diarrhea.
What the fuck?
And the person I was eating the wings with, we were racing to the bathroom at random times because we take turns, but then after that we would both have to shit or throw up, right? And then I would beat her to the bathroom, and they'd be like, Pedro, let me in. I'm like, no, I'm already in here. Yeah, I beat you. Leave me alone. And then like 2 seconds later, I were coming from the kitchen because she went to the kitchen to throw up.
Shit.
It was really bad.
Fuck.
Ever since then, I haven't eaten Wingstop or wings in general. It's just I have this thing in me now that if I eat it, I have the possibility of dying. I almost died that day. It was really bad. Diarrhea, and I was throwing up.
Doesn't that fucking suck, bro? Because don't you ever just like, damn, this food is my favorite kind of food, and then this one bad experience fucks it up for like a long time. I'm sure you'll get over it eventually.
It's been years.
Oh, this wasn't recent?
No, it wasn't recent. It's been years. So ever since then, I haven't eaten a Wingstop at all.
Hell no, I fucking love Wingstop.
But then you were saying about your week?
Oh yeah. So I've been keeping up to that diet, working out, doing a little bit more research on shit that I'm into, bro. And you know what I realized this week? I realized that when I actually start doing shit, bro, I actually start feeling better.
Oh man, what? No.
Yeah, dog. It's just I feel like I feel like I'm in a slump, right? That I've been in for a very long time, but I'm like actually, picking up the fucking hammer and actually doing some work, and it's feeling good so far. So I'm gonna try to keep that going.
So you've been going to the gym. You've been going to the gym almost every day?
Pretty much, bro. Yeah. There was that one day where I felt sick. I cut that whole short, but it's just because I had to really take a shit, and I'm not about to shit at the gym during coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I got a fucking leg cramp. Fuck. But yeah, man. Even if I'm not feeling it, bro, I will go in there, and then halfway through the workout, I will feel fucking amazing and just finish it out strong. And that shit just feels fucking great.
Yeah, that's good. Anything else been going on in your week since the last podcast?
Nah, nothing else.
No? Oh, you didn't get a new job?
Damn, bro. Way to put me out there, bro.
That didn't happen?
Yeah, I'm broke, you guys. So I had to get another job.
Well, he's not. So we're not. That's not going to lead into us announcing the new days of the podcast.
Oh, yeah, right. For real. So I got a job on the weekends, yo. Just doing some shit at a hotel. So yeah, I mean, you want to go ahead and...
Look, so that just means that the podcast will now be recorded on a Thursday. So I could either record on the Thursday, but I'm still probably going to drop it Friday. So the thing that sucks is if something exciting happens. No, I'm going to still drop it Mondays, I guess. So I guess we're not going to change the days, which kind of sucks because then I'm going to hold on to it. And I'm just going to be like a little kid. Just holding on to this little gem that I have. Then I'm gonna drop it Monday. But I think Monday's still like the best day to. Oh, no, actually, you know what? I'm gonna start Sunday. So the podcasts are not gonna be dropped Sunday mornings. And hopefully that doesn't differ the stats on all that, because people are used to the podcast coming out Mondays, but it should be good. But yeah, we're good. So this week, this podcast is going to come out Monday. So if you're hearing this is Monday, next week is going to be Sunday morning. So it's going to be good. It's still going to be fun. But yeah, he got a new job. He's going to have a lot of money. So a lot of times now that I go out, I no longer have to pay for anything, because
Shut the fuck up.
you know, Eddie, one of my best friends, he has me
We're
on
not
lock
friends
now. And
We're cousins.
he has. That's just mean. I've considered you my friend for years.
I'm just fucking with you, dog.
No, it's fine. That's how you really feel. So yeah, that's gonna happen. Anything else, Eddie?
Nope.
No. All right. So me, since the last week, what's happened is I've been feeling a lot better from my collarbone, to the point that this week is the first week since the last podcast that I've actually worked out. And then I got a really good chest pump, and I felt so fucking huge at the gym. And I was like, look, I was like checking myself out in the mirror, and I was like, yup, them titties are mine, because my chest was really pumped. And honestly, I only did 2 exercises, but I did like a lot of sets in those 2 exercises, and my chest was super pumped. And then the next day, my fucking chest was sore as fuck for like the next 3 days. So it felt really good. I also did some back exercises, so it's starting to feel good. I'm gonna gain my muscle back, and it's a really good feeling. I'm feeling really optimistic about all that. I mean, I've always did, even when I injured myself, so that's a really good thing. And honestly, other than that, I haven't been really doing much. So I guess we can just jump into some topics, or you wanted to tell me something.
Oh, dude. Okay. You know, I guess I could have said this whenever my weak shit, but anywho, bro, I went through a situation where I didn't know how to react, bro. I don't know. I just want to get your opinion on it, on how you would have reacted. So okay. I went up to the gas station, right? And so I'm waiting in line to pay for whatever I had, right? And so some dude walks in, and already from a distance, like already outside at the pump, he was already like making like some noise, you know. And what I mean by that is just like he was being a character with whoever he was, and they were just being like really loud, right? And then I guess he walks into the store, and he's still being loud, but he's by himself, and he's like talking, but to nobody, you know. And at this point, the line is like already fucking long, right? He grabs a case of beer, he stands in line for like literally 2 seconds, and then he starts walking towards the front, and I was like, this motherfucker's about to try to skip me, you know?
Yeah.
And then he's just he's like looking at all of us in the eyes as he's walking towards the front, right? And it's just like, what the fuck is going on here? And then the cashier looks at him, he looks at her, and then he just walks out calm with like the beer and whatever else he had.
They didn't pay?
No, dude. And like the cashier was like, somebody stop him. And I was like, dude, this motherfucker's big as fuck, tatted on his face and shit. Like, I'm not about to go fucking stop him, bro. What the fuck? Like,
yeah, she
the case of beer.
she really expected for somebody to find their life worth a case of beer.
Dude, yeah. And you know what's the craziest thing? This like tough guy looking dude, he was in a Mini Cooper, bro.
Yeah. Pulled up on a honestly, that's even scarier.
Bro, he was in a Mini Cooper, and he just like stole in front of everyone while he was looking at everyone, and then looked straight at the cashier as he walked out with like all his merchandise. And I was just like, what the fuck? This guy has some fucking cojones. What would you have done, dog?
If I worked there, or if I was in line?
Both.
If I was in line, and she's like, why are you stopping him? Stop him. I'm like, bitch, I do not work here. What do you want me to do? This fucking guy's tatted in his face, pulled up in a Mini Cooper. He's about that life. He's what's it called? He's like under the radar. He probably has a dead body in there. The
Most
fuck
likely.
do I know? He's driving around in a Mini Cooper. His chance of getting pulled over are really small because he's driving around in a little bitch car. So that means that he's really about that life.
He don't give a fuck.
He doesn't care. But if I worked there, I'd be like, look, man, you beat me this time. But if I see you again, I'm not letting you pick anything up.
It's gonna be a doozy.
I'm gonna let you get out. I'm gonna tell you to get out immediately if I see you. I'm gonna put those pictures on the side saying, if you see this man, please report him. But in no way in my fucking, for not no fucking $10 an hour am I gonna fucking step up to no tatted up guy, big motherfucker driving a Mini Cooper, because he obviously does not care about anybody if he's driving that Mini Cooper.
Dude, and like,
good luck making fun of him.
Right. And in that moment, like so I was like, it was like two dudes in line, me and some other guy. And so I guess she immediately like was looking at us for help directly, like especially like we're dudes, right? And like I could see the panic in her eye, and I was just like, inside I was like, fuck, I'm not gonna do anything. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, like, ma'am, you're panicking over a case of beer. Panic more about the big guy holding the beer.
Right.
Why is nobody stopping him? Why aren't you? We're not stopping him for the same reason you're not stopping him.
Dude, and the crazy thing is, like, I've done beer runs before, but I would fucking chop out, storm out the fucking store. This motherfucker walks slowly.
He did a beer walk.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did, man.
No fear in him.
At all.
But why not just pay for the beer? That's not even tough, honestly. He's broke. That's all that is.
Most likely.
That's just sad. Why you? So, being broke and scary, it's not a bad thing, I guess.
Right? It works in your favor, bro.
It does, to get free stuff like that.
It's like, have you seen that motherfucker? He's like blowing up on TikTok, dude. He's like this buff ass tall dude, and he goes to stores and he like purposely for the video, he'll like eat something in front of the people and be like, hey, I didn't like this, I'm gonna leave it back here.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, dude. So he like opens up like 3 different Pop-Tarts. He's like, this is how you don't pay for Pop-Tarts. Oh, I don't like this one. I don't like this one. He's just like eating them, and then he's saying that he doesn't like them, and he goes to the actual employees and it's like, I don't like this, so I'm gonna put it back, and no one ever tells him anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Yeah, but I mean, that's I guess that'd be a good prank, because I'm sure, like, that obviously by the end of the video you can tell that he'll pay for the food, because or else by now he'd be locked up if he keeps repeating that, right? So you can obviously tell that at the end of the video he'd be like, oh, this was just a prank, and then, oh yeah, it was a prank. But the pranks that I don't like that are not actually pranks, like, for example, those guys that used to walk around and step on people's shoes, and then they would say it's a prank
in the hood, right?
Yeah,
fuck
it's
that.
like, that's not a prank. You literally stepped on my shoe. It actually did happen. You could say it's a prank, but we're gonna fight. I don't care.
That's just you being an asshole at this
No, but
point.
they at a certain point they stopped making those videos because I'm sure they got into some serious shit.
Yeah, bro. There was like a few times where I saw motherfuckers like pull out guns on them, bro.
Yeah. And it's like, that's not even a prank. That's you being a prick. That's 2 different things. Because you stepping on my shoes, it's not a prank. You actually stepped on my shoes. So that would actually aggravate me. And just because you say it's a prank at the end is like, it'd be like if I go fuck a guy's girlfriend and then he pulls up and I'm in the middle of my dick inside of her and he's looking and he gets all mad and I look at him. It's a prank. It's a prank. I'm wearing yeah, I'd be like, I'm wearing a condom. See, I technically didn't really even feel in her. It's okay, bro.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it's a prank. I'm wearing a condom.
There's
dude.
a camera right there, man. She's all surprised. What the fuck?
Yeah. But yeah, those pranks are not pranks.
Dude, and at one point, that's all people were posting, right? Is shitty shit, stuff like that, right? Fucking damn, bro.
You ever seen a Fousey tube?
Yeah, bro.
This whole fucking time with this, what's so crazy about him and his situation? He was going through actual mental illness, but the problem is, I guess he was going through similar what Kanye was going to. So it's like they have similarities, right?
Yeah.
The thing with him though, he was like preaching about being motivational and being happy and all this other shit, when actually this motherfucker was like into drugs and he fucked hookers, escorts, all this and all that. And then like one of his ex-girlfriends who now dates YBN Namir.
Oh, well, no fucking way. That's his ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, that's his ex-girlfriend. The stories, right? Yeah. The stories that she has with the little bit that she spoke about Fousey Tube, it's all negative, saying this guy's like legit not okay in the head. Like this guy would put her down type of shit just for no fucking reason, or he would have random moments of just like being mad for no fucking reason, and it was just all a fake act in front of the camera, which makes sense. But the thing is, it worked in his favor because he busted out to be one of the biggest YouTubers out there. And if he drops a video today, it'll get like hundreds of thousands of views. But it's just, you know, with his personality, it just shows that he really did not appreciate the success that he received in life. But yet he would preach about God and his God, but he did not whatsoever appreciate the success that he achieved. Because say if he wasn't getting like 2 million views in one of his videos when he was at his all-time high, it would bring him sadness because he didn't hit 2 million. But if he hit 1 million, he would feel bad about himself.
What the
But
fuck?
that just lets you know mental illness is a real fucking thing. And that right there, a lot of people would be so fucking hyped up for it. But then, you know, I guess, you know, successful people find addiction in success and they measure it by growth of their numbers. And, you know, it's like you can't be the top at all times. But yeah, I used to watch his vlogs like on the regular. And before he started getting all this, like, I guess, full of himself, I would watch his vlogs on the regular. Cause I remember this is probably one of the shittiest things. So from his hometown where he came from, he had like a group of people that he would make videos with. And that's where his fame kind of skyrocketed because he would make videos called Drake Be Like. And then he would make those videos. And he would make it with a group of his friends from school. And you know, even after they graduated, I guess that's when they made the videos. But what ended up happening is he got big off of YouTube, specifically off of those Drake Be Like videos because it got trendy and shit like that. So he moved out to LA, did his own thing, but he 100% did not bring any of his friends with him. 100% left them all in the back. And then I remember his friends were still like trying to be his friends. So I remember one specific vlog that he left in there, and I don't think you could find it anymore because he deleted a lot of his vlogs. His friends came to LA, but they got their own hotel and all that. So two of his friends were out walking in the streets of LA because I guess they got out of a club and they saw Fuzi, which, you know, that's his friend. And Fuzi pulled up on them vlogging and everything. Hey, what's going on, guys? But he already hanged out with them the day before because they were in town. And the friends were like, hey, bro, can you give us a ride to get something to eat? And he was like, nah, y'all got it. And he just drove off.
What?
And then they were like in the middle of the street, just like looking at the cars, just
drive away.
Yeah, you see them in the background, just like, and he just drove away. And those were his friends that helped him create that video, Drake Be Like, that blew him up from his hometown, that they went to LA to also visit him, but also because LA is LA. And he still drove off on them when they asked him, hey, can you drive us to go get some food? Because he was like in his sports car or in his whatever type of car he was in. And he just drove off on them. And honestly, ever since then, I was like, what the fuck? That's kind of awful. And then he just kept vlogging like if it was regular. But that just lets you know the delusion that was going on in his mind, that his hometown friends were literally right there, saw him, hey, bro, give us a ride. And they're like, nah, and drove off.
That's some fucked up shit, dude.
That's some very fucked up shit, especially because on top of that, he did not even try to help them out after he became famous and big and a millionaire. He didn't bring them on board to his wealth. When he hired people to work for him, when he hired people to edit, whatever, like he didn't try to hook up none of his hometown friends that helped them make those videos for anything.
You know who he probably was listening to? Riff Raff. That's what it is, bro.
Okay, first, I don't think Riff Raff. I think honestly, Riff Raff is more of a genuine person than whatever Fuzi can be.
Well, no. I was just trying to bring up the joke. You know that video that he has?
Yeah, I get it. I was talking about a serious topic though.
Damn, mental bro, why illness. You gotta bring it down, bro? I'm not bringing it. Mental illness is nothing to be brought down about. It's something serious, something that it is
people
serious.
deal with. But that right there showed me the delusion that he had in his mind that at that point he was way too good to give his friends a ride to go get some food. Or anything, or it's like whatever it was that they asked for, you make over $1 million a year, and these are your hometown friends. Just do something. It doesn't matter what it is.
You think that happens to a lot of YouTubers though? Like,
I'm 100% sure it does.
If not all of them, most of them.
The ones that are out right now, I don't think so, because they are smart, because they understand that I can make my friends famous too.
Most of them, yeah. You know, and like, okay, so for example, like I personally, like, I enjoy listening to like Logan Paul and shit like that. And I guess I didn't really listen to him in the past or like watch him in the past, But I guess that's what he had to him too, right? Some shit where he was just like all about the content, didn't give a fuck about anyone else. Is that what it was?
No,
That's not what it was?
I don't think so.
Because he talks about it where he's like, no, there was a one point in my life where I just cared too much about the content. And I was severing all these relationships or whatever.
Huh? Maybe.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, like even now, like he just seems like he put himself through stuff that humbled him. Which that whole incident where he recorded a person that hung himself. Well, that was already hung in the suicide forest of China. This guy, so stupid. On top of that, whoever let him and said that was like okay to do is even more stupid. Because you got to have the people behind you to say that's kind of fucking dumb if you post that, regardless if you blur out the face. But but yeah, it's like the people that record and make themselves famous and do a whole bunch of like whatever content it is that they create, they're smart enough now to the point where they understand social media, to the point where it's like, I can actually bring on my friends on this. It doesn't matter. I can actually make my friends big too. Because that's all that they create content with at this point is with their friends. And then their friends get famous and then they hang out with other famous people. But yeah, it's like, okay, so what would you do if you became famous? What's one of the first things that you would want to do?
If I became famous?
If you were famous, what is a thing that you would want to do?
Shit. Help out the fam, bro.
How?
Deadass. Like money wise.
Give an explanation of how. Because here's the thing. If I get famous and say I make over $1 million a year and then a family member wants 30,000, I give him 30,000, but what good does that do?
Yeah, you know, I feel you. It's like you gotta.
But yeah, fucking $30,000. So if you were to give a family member $30,000, is like, what do you really expect for them to do off of that $30,000? You expect them to buy a brand new car. You expect them to put down a house payment. But then after that, you're not really helping them achieve success.
Deadass. I feel like that happens a lot too, dude, because I've seen like who was it? Was it Lil Baby, bro? Or Key Glock, one of them? They said they gave their friend $100,000. Their friend blew it in like 2 months, and then they ghosted the fuck out of their friend.
Because they did what?
He invested. So his homeboy had the idea, or like some type of idea, trying to get his money up. So he said, "Okay, here's $100,000. Do your thing." And then the guy went through it like quick as fuck. And at that point, whichever artist it was, just
yeah, no, like if I became a millionaire and I give somebody $100,000, it's like if I have $3 million in my bank account, but I'm giving you $100,000, that's a big chunk of my percentage that I make that I'm giving you. And if you take that $100,000 and you blow it all, let's say if they blow it all in a year and it took them a year to blow it all, but yet they have nothing to show for it and yet they want more out of it. I'm like, you fucked up. You could have done so much with that $100,000. That $100,000, me, if I get $100,000 in the bank account and then I decide not to work, it's like, I'm going to pursue my fucking dreams with that $100,000. I will live off of that $100,000 for the next 3 to 4 years. Easily.
$100,000.
Yep.
I feel like it's easy to say it, but I feel like once the money is there, temptation comes along, and I feel like a lot of people don't have the discipline to like.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, but me, the way that I'm built is classified as different.
You built different.
100%, and $100,000 would last me 4 years easily with no other form of income. But then after that, it's like after those 4 years, there's going to be a lot of revenue coming in after that. I'll make sure of that if I had that opportunity in life. But yeah, definitely, that definitely sucks. Let's get into the whole Tory Lane situation, because now he's facing some
I saw
big
that.
boy. He's facing big boy charges. So what's happening with him? He has been charged, and he could. Well, this is reported, right? When they say this, it's like it's something different, but he could face up to 25 years in prison. 25 years in prison. And then the thing that kind of like I guess it's like a shock too. It's like, wait a minute. So he's saying this, but then this has happened. And then he's posting, hey, if anybody that supported me and Meg through this, I appreciate every single one of you. The truth will come out within time. And I'm like, you sound like an innocent man.
He's calm as fuck about it.
But you're about to get 25 years in prison. And then he's like, charge does not mean what? What did he say? If you get charged, it doesn't mean conviction.
Convicted?
Yeah, he's not convicted yet. So that's like, okay, so something's going on behind the scenes. So what could happen is now that he got charged, the truth will come out that it was actually Kylie that shot Meg in the leg. And there's like a paperwork that says you cannot say what happened in this house legally or else you're going to get fucked. And then boom, they can't say that. But yeah, 25 years. So let's say 25 years is a very fucking long time.
Like deadass, nah, he's too calm about it, bro. Cause think about fucking R. Kelly, whenever his charges came up, he fucking said, what was that fucking bullshit? He said, I'm fighting for my fucking life, man. Or whatever.
Yeah, 25 years in prison for shooting Meg the Stallion in the foot.
What's assault, right?
The crazy thing is people kill people and they get 25 years. He shot her in the foot and he got 25 years.
It's because he's from Canada, bro.
That's crazy. Maybe that's why he can't leave. He's not allowed to leave. It's probably he hasn't gotten deported. He's not allowed to leave.
Ah, shit. Plot twist.
But yeah, what do you think about that?
I think he's really calm about the situation. Too calm. Like, suspiciously calm. Watch us find out this whole time. It's like, we're going to drop an album. Like, bitch. It's all publicity stunt.
Yeah, it's actually a really crazy thing to happen.
No, it's he's too calm. Like deadass, he's way too calm. Cause even like okay, like when it came to like the 6ix9ine situation, at least he was trolling the fuck out of the situation. Cause you know he I guess he kind of like knew what's up, right? He knew he was gonna snitch. And like in this situation, Tory Lanez is just way too calm about it, bro.
Yeah. You know what sucks too with 6ix9ine? It's like his music is not really selling like it was before. But then they kind of fucked him over because then they said the bundles don't count. If the bundles counted, he would have sold over 100,000. But you know, they specifically aimed at him because they don't want to see him succeed. They 100% don't want to see him succeed in the whole Hollywood area or the fucking music industry. The big top people really are pushing forward this whole thing that they don't want him to succeed. And if people don't want to see him succeed when it comes to that, it's like you're not really gonna. Even though he's gonna be wealthy, at this point he needs to start vlogging while he can and get a YouTube following so he can make money off of YouTube.
He's been
100%.
He's been hella quiet since he overdosed off of diet pills, huh?
Yeah, but it's like with him, is like his music truthfully is only gonna last a certain amount if the clubs don't want to play your music, if the radio doesn't want to play your music. Where am I personally do not want to play your music. I'm working out. I'm not about to put on any new 6ix9ine. New 6ix9ine that doesn't have the gang behind him does not fucking motivate me.
The album was kind of trash.
I think the album was very trash. There's not really anything in that album that I would want to put on a playlist where if I'm driving, I want to hear him in the background. No fucking way. Maybe his old stuff, but then it's like, you know, it doesn't really motivate me anymore really to play any 6ix9ine. The same way if I hear Rick Ross, I immediately push next.
Really?
100%. As soon as I hear
why?
Next. Because he didn't live that lifestyle that he said he'd lived. He was a correctional officer.
Oh, dead ass?
Yeah, and then 50 Cent called him out on it, and then, you know, 50 Cent fucked up one of his guys, and 50 Cent fucking pressed him hard. Nothing came out of it, but yeah, you're supposed to be this fucking big boss. You didn't do nothing to 50 Cent when you had the opportunity to do something to him. So that's, you know, so whenever I hear Rick Ross music, I always push next. Same thing whenever I hear Meek Mill music, I always push next.
Yo, I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way, but I feel like his voice is annoying, bro.
Who?
Meek Mills.
I want to slap him in the back of the neck. When I hear Meek Mill music, I want to be like, neck. boom, right in the back. Shut the fuck up.
It's like, do you have that person that you're ever around with, like, and as soon as they come around, you just want to fucking hit them, bro? Like, shut up.
I would say who, but I think you're gonna get offended.
Fuck you, dog. You a bitch.
But yeah, whenever I hear Meek Mill, because it's mostly about his personality. It's like you cannot be preaching about this, and then you're all about this, and then it's like, you know, you're reformed. You're about saving people's lives from incarceration, freeing people, and then I hear your music, and you're on this whole nother fucking thug mentality. Who the fuck? And then it's like you go on Twitter and then he's like talking about red lighting, green lighting, 6ix9ine. It's like, but you just said you feel bad for people that go to prison. This guy went to prison because of this whole gang relation that he had, yet you want to see him in prison and dead. So which one is it? Do you want to see people that go to prison come out? Or do you like, because if you want 6ix9ine to go to prison, which one is it? So it doesn't make any fucking sense. On top of that, if you understood, my point of view, so Meek Mill is all about snitching. You don't want people to go to prison, they should start snitching. That way they don't go to prison at that point.
Right.
On top of that, also you should stop telling people to do crimes, which I guess you have, right? But it's like, but if they do the crime, you still want them to do the time. Oh no. So they should snitch. Oh no, you don't want them to be a rat. Oh, so what the fuck you want them to do then, you fucking moron? You want them to fucking snitch so they don't go to prison. You want them to give information. Same thing 6ix9ine did. They were fucking his baby mama while he was fucking feeding everybody that was working for him. His whole gang had a fucking position in his job. His entire workforce was making over $100,000 a year minimum, where his manager Shorty was making $1 million a year off of him. So everybody was fucking eating real fucking good, but they still fucked his fucking baby mama. That's not loyalty. So with 6ix9ine is his situation, right? Before you start hating on him, his gang was disloyal to him first, stealing money from him, telling him that it's going to cost $500,000 so he can make an appearance, but they actually got $1 million and they kept the rest. But they didn't tell him why, because his management was all people that work for him. So everybody was 100% disloyal to 6ix9ine. And you expect 6ix9ine not to snitch on the guy that literally fucked his baby mama while he was with his baby mama and giving him money?
What do you think was going through their heads, bro? Like this guy is, because I mean, before he went to jail, it obviously looked like he was trying to take care of the team, you know? Like he had that vibe to him, that motive where it's like, okay, I'm gonna take care of you guys because y'all are taking care of me type shit. So why do you think they decided to fuck him over, bro? And like, cause think about it, if he still would have kept going with that whole gang behind him, he probably would have still been popping right now, bro.
He would have been very popping. Everybody in that gang would have been good to the point where they don't need to do that gang no more. To the point they would have been making so much money, and on top of that, they could have made more artists come out of that gang.
Like, what's they could have pushed.
They could have pushed. It could have been another big artist that come out of that. Even if it wasn't as big as 6ix9ine, he could have been making over $1 million a year strictly off of music. What they decided to do was fuck him over. They decided to fuck over their cash cow. So that's stupid. That's not a smart move. You can't tell me these gang members are smart and that they're fucking badass. That's the stupidest fucking thing you can possibly do if you want to get out of the fucking hood legally. And you literally have this kid that's gonna get all of you out. And then he's part of your gang. So if your son wants to start rapping, if your best friend in the gang wants to start rapping, guess who they have backing them up now? 6ix9ine, the biggest artist that's out right now, the hottest thing in New York right now. What do? You fuck his baby mama and you steal money from him. You kind of fucked yourself over. So now when 6ix9ine shuts them all out, fires all of them, no longer part of that gang because he found out that they've been disloyal to him. Well, we got to kill him. Oh, we failed. Oh, shit. We got caught by, they got caught by the FBI before 6ix9ine did.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. The only reason why they caught 6ix9ine is because somebody else in their gang snitched on everybody.
What the fuck?
They had 3 other people that were FBI informants before 6ix9ine.
But 6ix9ine is the one who got the pressure.
No. They were all already fucked. 6ix9ine was just another person. But what is 6ix9ine gonna do? It's like, oh, so they've already had 3 FBI informants before me. So no matter what, I'm gonna go to prison because they got proof. Then why the fuck am I not gonna snitch? You're all fucked either way. Fuck is it stupid for me to not snitch? They had 3 other FBI informants before 6ix9ine even came in. Because the gang that 6ix9ine joined, Treyway, they were actually a big fucking gang in New York. Powerful gang in New York. One of the top gangs in New York. And that's something to say. For you to be one of the top gangs in New York, that's something. So the FBI was already on their case. It was already happening. They already had informants for 6ix9ine. So what do you think is going to happen when 6ix9ine found out that they have informants? Oh, what the fuck am I going to be loyal to? We're all going to prison anyways. Get me the fuck out of here in 2 years. Get me out of here in a year. The fuck I look like? I'm actually a millionaire if I get out. So I'm not going to stay in here.
Yeah, he fucking got out quick.
The other guys, if they get out, they're going right back to the gang. 6ix9ine doesn't need to do that no more. So it's fucking stupid. If the other guys that didn't snitch, say they snitched, they weren't coming home to $1 million. They weren't coming home to a safe house somewhere. They weren't coming home to nowhere safe. They were going to die.
Yo, at this point, do you feel like 6ix9ine will really need this this much security the rest of his life though?
Of course not. He doesn't need it now.
Right. I feel like it died down, bro. I feel like no one really gives a fuck anymore at this point. Like,
the only people really fucking looking for him are the Treyway Bloods.
Do you think so though?
Oh, 100%. They got to make a statement. The fucking like the most they have to. They're gonna get one of their bum ass blood gang members to kill him. So it's not gonna be nothing professional.
Is that guy? Who was his manager's name? Shotty, right? Is that it?
What about him?
Was he like a leader of the gang?
Yeah, he was up there.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think rumor has it he has like bodies on him.
Okay, well, because there's like a video of him like shooting at someone, isn't there?
I don't know.
Or something like that.
There's rumors that he killed somebody, and then after he killed somebody, he went to go do like the show with 6ix9ine on stage. Or
oh shit! What the?
But then, like an hour before he went up there, he just finished killing someone.
That's fucking scary, dog. Hell no.
Or I think it was that. You know that interview that he did at the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
And then he shows up and he talks and whatever. And the thing is, you got to know that when he started talking, everybody in there got quiet. Charlamagne got quiet. Envy got quiet. Angela Yee got quiet. Charlamagne wasn't talking his shit to Shotty. Charlamagne was only talking his shit
to 6ix9ine.
To 6ix9ine. That's because Charlamagne knows don't talk shit to Shotty. You gotta understand that because Shotty was 6ix9ine's manager. So if you're making fun of 6ix9ine, you're gonna make fun of Shotty for being his manager, right?
Yeah.
Charlamagne didn't do that. Nobody in that building even dared to back talk to Shotty. If you look at that interview again, Charlamagne did not even try to back talk to Shotty or try to do his little smart ass thing that he does to his guests. He did not try that. Why? Because people that are from New York and that know the ins and outs of New York know that Shotty, that's not somebody that you want to back talk to.
Imagine having that kind of power, dog.
Because the thing, when Birdman went in there, right? Charlamagne wasn't scared. And Birdman went in there with a group of people. Because Charlamagne said, I know all the people that he came in there with. They're all from New York. I know them. And then like a week later, he had one of them on there as a guest to talk about what happened. But Charlamagne, that's why Charlamagne was being a smartass to Birdman, because he knew the people that Birdman came in with. And Charlamagne even said, those are some real people he came in here with. It's just he didn't know that I knew those people too. Because Charlamagne's from New York. He's been there for over 10 years. So he knows the ins and outs.
Yeah.
The fucking guy, the podcaster guy that shot somebody up, Charlamagne and him were best friends. Really good friends. So Charlamagne knows dangerous people in New York. So he knows the ins and outs of what they talk about because they talk to him about it. That's exactly why when Shotty stepped in, he got quiet. Because you got to know who you can fuck with. You can't fuck with Shotty in New York. You just can't. It's not going to happen. So Charlamagne, that he's known to make fun of people. As soon as Shotty walks in, okay, talk. You have the mic. I'm not going to even try to interrupt you.
Shit, bro. My asshole would be so fucking tight at that moment, dog.
Yeah, that's because And I think it was either that or they said it's right before that interview that 6ix9ine did with the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne just finished killing somebody. No, Shotty killed somebody, and then 3 hours later he want to go
allegedly, right? That's a rumor.
No, I think they got proof of that.
Oh, did I? Well, how long is this motherfucker in jail for?
No idea, but he's the leader of one of the most dangerous gangs in New York.
Well, he released a state. Didn't he like release a statement saying like something about like, no, I'm not gonna go after the kid. I just hope he does good or something.
Of course he says that.
That's some bullshit, right? I'm fucking naive as fuck.
He's not gonna go after him, but you know who is the fucking gang?
Hell yeah.
Somebody is, but it's not gonna be no professional head at that point because I mean, yeah, fucking. Like, I'm talking 6ix9ine is good for the rest of his life.
But the thing about him, bro, he's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
I thought he was really gonna work his way into starting YouTube vlogs and shit, considering all the fucking YouTubers he's been hanging out with and shit. Like you saw him hanging out with fucking Nelk Boys. Man, I'm so jealous of them.
Yeah, you really do like the Nelk Boys.
I fucking love them, dude. I fucking love Steve, bro. That's my guy.
Yeah, Steve is a nice guy. Fuck my life. God damn it. All right. So let's talk about eating ass. It's going to be the fucking second time we talk about eating ass because we were talking about eating ass, but it wasn't recording. So that's fucking magical. It's a good thing I looked because we kept on going and then we finished the podcast and I didn't look that it wasn't recording. Anyway, so Eddy was telling me about the first time he ate ass. So again, so what was the first time that you ate ass?
The first time I ate ass was because I was dating a girl and she had asked me like if I'm open to eating her ass.
Yeah.
I wasn't open at the time. I had gotten my ass licked before, but I wasn't open to doing it at the time.
Yeah, you did tell me you got your ass licked before. How did that feel? Your first time getting your ass licked.
It was interesting, bro.
You asked her, right, to eat your ass?
No, I didn't.
I think you were telling me that you specifically raised up your knees, you held them with your hands, and you said,
my hands, bro. No,
welcome to the red buffet.
This is the red dragon you were looking for.
This is the red buffet.
Hell no, bro.
Welcome. Your first buffet. Your first time eating ass? Oh, getting your ass eaten.
I was just fucking with this girl, bro, and she was giving me head, and like the way I was positioned, you know, I was at an angle, and so she like worked down to my ball sack, and at this point I'm like feeling good. We're both like pretty fucked up, because we had a night out, and then like out of nowhere I just feel like something wet touch my asshole, bro.
But here's the thing, though. But I honestly feel like for her to even touch your asshole like that, you had to have had your legs open upwards.
No, dude. It was like, look, you see me like this right now?
I'm trying to imagine. Okay, so if I'm getting head,
you see me right now,
and then yeah, I see you. But if I'm getting head, would my asshole be of a reach to the tongue? I guess yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, so the couch that I was on at the time, or whatever, it wasn't like a very big couch or anything like that. So it was just like easily like there's extra space. Like I'm hanging off the side of it, you know, I'm at an angle at this point. And so she just kind of like does it. And I was like freaked out. But then at the same time, I was like, huh. But like I freaked out, you know, I was like, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then she was like, I'm eating your ass. And like a 2-second little conversation of, you know, she didn't say I'm eating your ass, but she's like, you know, you don't like it? Like, you know? With 2 seconds of her talking to me, I was like, all right, fuck it.
You know, okay, was that at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day?
Dude, it was at the end of the day, bro.
You should have kept her.
I want to. Nah, I just kidding.
That sounds like a keeper. At the end of the day, and you were telling me that you even got drunk, right? Went out for drinks.
We were fucked up, bro. I'm pretty sure I was like not the cleanest dude at that moment.
And honestly, even that, I think if you're like really fucked up and you go out to eat, any food that you eat would taste like such a good fucking spot. Because when you're drunk and you get some food in you, no matter where you go, I feel like it tastes 10 times better. So I feel like at the end of the night, when she ate your ass, she is like, this shit tastes so fucking good. But I feel like if she was eating it sober, she like, wait a fucking minute.
Hold up, what the
Let me ask him to fucking shower first or something.
Right?
Yeah, but then, so yeah, that was your first time eating ass.
No, that's the first time I got my ass.
You got your ass ate. And then, have you asked any other girl after that to eat your ass?
Nope.
I feel like that'd be a difficult conversation to have.
Yeah.
To ask a girl, hey, you want to eat my ass?
Also, because at the time, I was way slimmer. And so now, like, I mean, if you look at me right now, it's like this motherfucker eats kind of shitty, like, you know. And
Yeah, I feel like that would be such a hard conversation to have with someone. Hey, look, like you know what sucks too? You know what? Fuck her. The girl that ate your ass, fuck her. Because now she gave you a taste of getting your ass eaten. And then now you have this difficulty of finding another woman that will eat your ass like that. It's not like, but the thing is, now it's going to be hard to find another woman who will just do it without you asking.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That fuck her for doing that shit. She knew what she was doing to you.
Bro,
unfortunately, you didn't keep her, but she knew for a fact this guy's going to like this. Now you like it because you didn't even ask for it. And now you have a taste for blood. Now you're a fucking vampire. Now it's like, damn, now I got to like keep it a secret that I like my ass eaten, but I want my ass eaten, but I don't want to fucking tell you eat it because I'm embarrassed.
Hold on. It's not like I'm looking for it. It's not like I want to have my ass eaten consistently. It's just like, it is one of the best nuts I've ever had, but it's not like I'm looking for it consistently because I'm not.
You might not be looking for it consistently,
but I'm open to it.
Your doors are wide. Literally. Your doors are open to it.
with my legs under my
knees.
Next
time it happens, you will raise your knees and be like, thank you so much. I've been looking for you for years.
Oh my fucking
So
God.
That's your first time getting your ass eaten. And then, so onto you eating ass for the first time, right?
Yeah. So the way that came about was because I was dating a girl and she asked me, wow, what is it called? Double standard, right? It's hard for a guy to ask a girl, but I feel like it's easier for a girl to ask a guy, huh?
I would want to do it if the girl is super fucking good looking. Hey, what are you asking for? So you raise your legs.
You're open to eating ass?
If she's really good looking, 100%. Holy shit, 100%. And then keep going. And then you were saying?
And so yeah, she had asked me, like, she had that conversation with me, like, if I'm open to eat her ass. At the time, I wasn't open to it because I had never done it. But, you know, another thing that I wanted to do was, like, you know, nut in her mouth and shit. That's something that she doesn't do. And so, like, I just ended up doing it one day. And so I just like, all right, fuck it, I'll eat your ass or whatever.
Yeah. If a girl does not like me nutting in their mouth, they don't like me, period. It's going to happen. Why am I letting you suck my dick if at the end, it's not going to end up there? It's going to be like, no, it feels good while you're doing it. I'm sure it's going to feel good as I finish. So I'm going to finish. I'm going to let you know that when I'm going to finish, you can prepare yourself. But if you do not like me finishing in your mouth, you don't actually like me. So that's just the way I look at it. But then, okay, so you compromised. It was it was the Eddy compromise.
Yep.
Okay. And then you ate her ass. So after you ate her ass for the first time, what was the taste?
Like quarters. No, I'm just kidding. No, it just tasted like skin, dude.
Skin?
Like it was really no taste to it. And another thing too is I was like really high, I think. Yeah, I think I was really high. I think we smoked right before we like started having sex. So I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. I feel like I don't even remember it exactly. Like, you know how they say you remember like the first time you ever had sex or the first time you ever did something that's out of like the ordinary or something you're not used to, right? I guess I don't remember the taste really. I just know now that whenever I do it, it just tastes like skin.
Yeah. And then after you ate ass for the first time, do you now eat ass if it just comes about?
I mean, it's not like something I'm gonna bring to the table immediately.
Yeah, it's a new weapon you have.
Shit, but I mean, I'm open to it.
Here's the thing. That's a conversation. That's a conversation when you're out and about and you tell her that you eat pussy, and there's like, okay, ew, everybody eats pussy, and they're like, but then I proceed on to eating ass. You will take them home. 9 out of 10, they will go home with you. 100%, they will go. If you tell them, I'll eat that ass. I'll literally eat that ass. They will go home with you, Eddy.
Si tu novio no te mama el culo.
Yeah, they will go home with you. You know, whenever I was having the conversation about, in the previous podcast, whenever I was having the conversation about how women with boyfriends that have guy friends, right? Mm-hmm. They might end up cheating on the guy if they go through whatever they go through, right? Then I remembered when I was in high school, I did that, but reversed, where I was kind of cool with the guy, but I was also friends with the girl. And what happened is, I think the guy and the girl, they got into a fight. It wasn't even a big fight, right? But the next day, she was in my bed and we had sex.
Damn, bitches
And
ain't
then
shit.
the next
Shit.
day, we were in class and he sits down next to me. Me and her were still cool. Of course, he didn't know what we did. And then that same day, after, I was in class with him talking, and his girlfriend was there too, and we were just all just talking, but he just didn't know that I was with her the night before. And it was kind of funny and exciting, I guess. It's always fun and exciting when shit like that happens. It's like literally like that girl that you like so much that it's your girlfriend. I was fucking her last night, and then we're here all acting all cool with each other like a triangle of friends. And then that night, she was again at my house. We were having sex, and then it just, they were still boyfriend and girlfriend after that.
What the fuck?
And stuff like that always happens. And it's 100% always happens, because it's even got to the point where I fucked a girl in a guy's apartment that they live in together because she was just upset at him. But I fucked her in his couch. And he worked the overnight shift and I was over there. And I fucked her in the couch.
You feel proud as fuck about that, huh?
It definitely does not make my head smaller.
Yeah, it made your head bigger, if you know what I'm talking about.
And but I mean, I don't think I would do stuff like that. No, yeah, I would. But it's like, it's just life. I feel it's like whatever. And it happened. And I'm right. That just lets you know, don't really let your girlfriend have a guy friend. Because if that shit happens, she will choose a guy friend over you. They've known each other longer. If anything, they have a better friendship than you do. It's just at the moment, she's not like that into them. But I mean, honestly, that's how I feel. I've been in there with the roles reversed. Would you think that it's easier for a guy to cheat than a woman to cheat?
Hell no.
So it's easier for a woman to cheat?
Hell yeah.
I mean more like the mentality of I'm gonna cheat. Who gets that mentality first, the guy or the woman?
Nah, yeah, most definitely the dude. I feel like when it comes down to like actually pulling the girl, it's gonna be easier for her to do it. But like oh fuck, I'm gonna fuck real quick. A guy's gonna be more down than a girl is.
Yeah, what would you think it would take for a guy to want to go out and cheat?
Not having sex.
Not having sex. So ladies, you got to finish off your guy. Don't let him go out and about with his boys and he has a nutsack full of semen to be released. Either you release it on yourself that night before he heads out, or he's going to release it on somebody else, or he's going to want to, or he will be open to it. I really think that men in their head clicks in fashion when it comes to cheating, because it just all comes, like, I feel like honestly when it comes to this whole mentality of having one person as your girlfriend, wife, and it's only been going on for like the past 150 years. Then before that it was like the man could have as many wives as he could afford, depending on the land that he owned, the property and stuff like that he could trade it for.
Yeah, there's still even places that do that.
I feel like that's been going on for tens of thousands of years. When it comes to humans, men would have multiple women. So I feel like when you tell a man for the past 150 years that you gotta like your nature that's in you, that's not gonna happen no more. You're only gonna need to find one woman attractive. You're only gonna need to find one woman sexy. You're only gonna need to fall in love with one woman. I feel like women themselves, they can't have more than one man that they could love. I feel like a woman's love, it's more precious, and that's why they are only able to love one man. I don't think a woman can actually love two men. I feel like a man could love two women, but he's gonna fuck himself over at the end of the day by doing that, especially now. But I really don't think that a woman could be in love with two men. I think a man could be in love with two women. I do not think a woman can be in love with two guys. Just never. Because she will always choose the guy that she loves over the guy that she says that she loves.
She lusts and she loves.
Yeah. So I don't think women can. You think women can love more than one man? Like in the moment.
I'm like trying to think about it.
Think out loud.
And so I'm just thinking to myself, like, looking at novelas and shit. Nah. I feel like it'd be harder. Yeah, I feel like it'd be harder for a woman to love two men I feel like it does definitely exist.
You think that exists? Like, a woman loves two men at the same time?
Yeah, because there's the reverse Mormons or whatever. The reverse.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so like you know how there's guy like there'll be a dude who has 5 wives. There's a reverse of that too. That exists.
I don't. Okay, what's that called?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I remember.
Where did you hear this? I don't think that's even a possibility for 5 men to be underneath one woman.
Yeah, there's like a whole like documentary about that, whatever religion it is.
That's a religion?
Something like that, yeah, bro. And I was like a way of living or some shit.
That sounds like a kinky fetish.
No, it's not no like dominatrix type shit.
That's exactly what that sounds like.
It's not, because I remember seeing like a little clip of it and I was like, what the fuck? I had no idea this fucking was like a real thing. But yeah,
I honestly, I still don't. I really don't believe that. Because when it comes to like human nature, when it comes to a man, he wants to impregnate a woman, and a woman wants to get impregnated by the man that she loves, that she deems worthy of her getting impregnated by. That's why a man could fall in love with multiple women, because he could impregnate multiple women at the same exact time. I get her pregnant today, and honestly, I get her pregnant now, and then 2 hours later, I get her pregnant. It's 100% possibility. It happens.
Twins. It's ghetto twins.
What?
You never heard of that? Ghetto twins?
What's a ghetto twin?
It's when that situation happens where it's like some dude gets a girl pregnant, and then a little bit later he gets another girl pregnant, and so the babies are like born around the same time. That's a ghetto twin.
That sounds awful and mean.
Hey man, I learned.
You call them ghetto twins?
I learned this from the people that I work with.
I've never heard that. That's something. So I think a man could impregnate 5 different women at the same exact time. But a woman, they can't get pregnant by 5 different men. So for her to want 5 men at the same time isn't really beneficial to her. Same thing with the men. It's not beneficial for them to want only one woman. And it's like, it's some stupid fucking Twilight shit. Have you ever seen Vampire Diaries?
Yeah, I've watched some of it.
It's just like that. Both of those vampires that live forever love this one fucking girl. And it's like, get the fuck out of here. So I was watching Vampire Diaries, and all these 2 vampires love this one girl. And in order to protect her, they got to protect her from this big fucking vampire. But what ends up happening is some of the stupidest shit ever. And I hate this about vampire movies. Literally, like even in Twilight, how many fucking people that have lived for hundreds of years or that are werewolves with supernatural powers die over one woman that is a human?
Yo, women have these powers that we just don't know how to fucking...
You can never convince me. It's like, I'm gonna die for her? Get the fuck out of my face. This bitch doesn't even really choose me. I gotta fight for her and fucking kill my friends, and my buddies are gonna die for her too because they help me out. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna outlive this bitch. In 40 years, I'm not even gonna find her attractive. I'm a fucking vampire. Dude, on top of that, fucking Edward still was in high school. Trying to fuck, he's like fucking 120 years old or fucking 87 years old trying to fuck this barely 18-year-old girl. Same thing in Vampire Diaries. They're in love with this fucking high school girl, and it's like these fuckers are 145 years old trying to get down with this fucking barely turned 18 girl.
But what if like for them it's kind of like dog years, you know, like vampire years, where it's like they're 130.
So they're older?
No, so it's like they're 130 whatever years old. But in vampire years, that means they're actually...
No, they literally say
18.
their age. They say, I've lived for 146 years.
I know. But like, okay, for example, like a dog. You've lived for 3 years. But in dog years, you know, you're whatever, was it 14, 21, right? I think 7 years is a dog year, right?
You know, I 100% see what you're trying. Look, I understand what you're trying to say. But it's still a 146-year-old vampire fucking a barely turned 18-year-old high school girl. Or she could be 17 for all I know, because that high school is going on for 2 seasons now. I'm on the 2nd season and she's still in high school.
She could probably be younger than 17 at this point.
At least in Twilight, she was on her way to graduating.
You don't even know where this other girl's at?
No, in Vampire Diaries, 2 seasons in, they haven't even announced summer vacation. Holy shit. I've been watching this shit for fucking months, and this shit's still in the fucking first semester of high school. But, okay, so if you were to be a vampire, would you be into that?
No.
No, fuck? Right? Hell Doesn't fucking matter if I turn to... But you know what's crazy, though? The thing is with these vampires, whenever they turn into vampires in their time, they would be okay with fucking a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
As soon as period hits, you're old enough to be a wife.
Because when did that change? That didn't even change that long ago. Because even our grandparents were like fucking at like young ass.
Yeah, there's some places that you can fuck a girl at 16. It's legal, but it's complete crazy. But holy shit, if you're a vampire and that happens and you're dating a girl and then it's like you're 155 years old, but you see this girl at 18 years old, you fuck her. It's like, motherfucker, why don't you try to look for a vampire?
Do you think that vampires, like, when it comes to blood, everybody's blood tastes different? Or do you think it's like a generic taste like water?
I think everybody probably tastes different. You know what sucks too? With all these vampire shows and movies, the girl that they fall in love with, they know that they're going to outlive them. They know that they're going to die, right? But then it's like, then the girl is like, but let me turn into a vampire. What if I'm a vampire too? And then we can live forever. No, don't throw your life away. Because, to be a vampire, you got to be dead. It's like, no, don't throw your life away. Okay, first of all, he's playing you. Okay, he knows you're going to die. He does not want to spend forever with you. Because if he wanted to spend forever with you, he would have turned you into a vampire. But he does not want to turn you into a vampire because you're human. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to fucking die. And then he's going to go on to the next high school girl. Yeah. You think it's like, that's so fucking stupid. At a certain point, these vampires are either really smart or just fucking stupid for how long they live. That it's like you fall in love with this human girl, turn into a vampire, right? You really love her. You found love after 150 years. Turn into a vampire. Oh, you don't want to because you don't want to ruin her life? Why the fuck are you even with her then?
You know what's crazy too is like these motherfuckers living for like thousands of years and shit, right? You would assume that they'd be in touch with their emotions at this point. They would know how to control themselves overall as a person, right? That's a lot of time to reflect on yourself and who you are. But they still like are driven by their emotions whenever they meet this high school girl.
Well, in Vampire Diaries, the way that the vampires there work, they have a switch that they can turn on and off. They could let their emotions in or they can be emotionless. So there's no in between.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's two different types of vampires. One that they allow their emotions in. They don't really feast on humans. They'll eat deer or whatever. And there's the emotionless ones that just go on killing rampages and they don't really care. They find it fun because they have a taste for humans. And that's what they like. So they turn off their emotions and then just boom, or say something sad happens and then they're crying and then they're like, hey, get over it. So what's the next move? Just like that, because they can turn off that emotion. But yeah, dude, it's like all these vampires are just playing you. Do not fall in love with a vampire. And if you do, ask him specifically, can you turn me into a vampire? And if he tells you no, move the fuck on. He does not want to spend forever with you. He tells you, I want to spend forever with you. Okay, well, turn me into a vampire. No, live your human life and be happy. Fucking, he's playing you.
Fuck out of here.
He's fucking playing you.
You think vampires are real, bro?
I feel like at a certain time they might have been real.
You think they're extinct now or what?
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
The light killed them.
Nah. In Vampire Diaries, is the light really like what kills them?
Well, they have rings that if a witch casts a spell on the ring, they can walk in light. But sunlight still kills them. It's pretty easy to kill a vampire. Because if you hunt for them during the day, all you got to do is find their coffin.
Is that how that works?
Let's say they live in a house. But that, especially back in those days, just houses, if you just fucking sneezed on it, you broke half the fucking shelf, right? You go and you have a group of people and there's 2 vampires living in that house and they're sleeping during the day. All you got to do really is knock down that house and they're dead.
Bro,
that sounds pretty easy to me.
Sounds like some fucking 3 Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf type shit right there, dog.
They're actually rude to that Big Bad Wolf. If you didn't know that, they're mean to him.
Oh, and like the actual story behind it.
You got to find out why is that wolf so mad at those fucking piggies?
Because they some bitches.
Like he could literally go hunting for some other stuff, but he specifically wants to kill those piggies. Why? They probably did some shit to him.
They ganged up on him.
Nobody ever cares about the Big Bad Wolf. They probably did something to him. But yeah, If they did exist, that'd be crazy.
Did you see that they're fucking they found like actual tombs of like mummies and shit from not that long ago? Did you see that?
From not that long ago?
I think it was like 100 or 1,500 years ago or something like that.
So a long ago.
Yeah.
Not that long ago. It'd have been a fucking prank that they killed somebody and they mummified him. And he's been mummified for like 10 years. That's not that long ago for a mummy.
Well, what I mean is like relatively it wasn't that long.
Bro, fucking 1,500 years is a fucking long time.
It's a long time, don't get me wrong, but
and then they
the
opened
bigger
it,
picture.
And then they opened the
fucking thing. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's very disrespectful.
Dude, that's disrespectful and that's fucking
scary. It was
scary.
white people that opened it. Ain't nobody in that area wanted to even open that shit, but white people get their hands on some shit. They're like, man, fuck your slumber. Fuck your rest. It ain't gonna happen on this fucking world anymore. They just don't respect. They just want to see what's inside.
Did you see what's inside though? Did you see like
a dead body, Eddie?
No way.
Yeah.
No, like it was like all the shit that they had on there. There was like hieroglyphs. I was reading at least. There's like hieroglyphs, whatever. What is it? Hieroglyphs.
Hieroglyphs. Hieroglyphs.
That writing from back then.
Hieroglyphs.
Let's call them that. Let's call them hylos.
Emojis.
Ancient emojis.
Ancient emojis on the side.
And I think this is a theory, but I was reading like a separate article that said something about if this tomb is ever uncovered, and like unsealed or something, it'll begin the clock for the end of time or some shit like that.
One more time?
Yeah, so because I don't know how real this is, right? I caught this off TikTok.
Right.
But that one of them or whatever, that they were like uncoding them, and what they're getting so far is something along the lines of like, once this is unsealed, if this is ever unsealed, it is the clock to the beginning of the end of time or some shit like that.
And that's what one of it said?
Yeah, bro. These motherfuckers,
man, they bullshit. They don't fucking know. They don't fucking know what it says. Ain't nobody know what the fuck this... They don't fucking know. You know what sucks too is like a lot of ancient Egyptian books, because they were considered to be one of the most smartest civilizations to be out there, especially at that time, like way far ahead of their time.
Yeah,
it just sucks because they had libraries, but they don't know where any of their books went. They don't know where any of their history went. Because there's no explanation on how the Egyptian Empire even began. We just know there was an Egyptian Empire. But then there's also like rumors and theories that the Egyptians lived in buildings and all this that was created even before their time. So they could even say that the pyramids where the Egyptians, or that area where they lived, was actually created by a previous civilization, and the Egyptian just adapted to that knowledge and took over that knowledge and made it their own as well. And boom, here comes the Egyptians. So there could be a lot of explanations.
Ancient aliens, bro.
Yeah, man. If an alien fucking came down here and say, hey, let's go explore the world, just me and you, I'm like, I'm down.
That sounds so romantic.
It's a guy alien.
It still sounds romantic.
For all I know, they could want to fuck too.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm down. Let's go explore the world together, man.
And then I'm in the fucking cosmos getting anally fucked by this fucking alien.
Getting your asshole. He's making you eat his asshole, bro.
And that's all I am to him, is a fucking sex slave. But in what there is, that's what a mate is a sex slave. So that's normal to them. Because we think of aliens like if they live and have the same characteristics and same personalities that a human would have. But no fucking way that they would. There's no fucking way that a fucking alien being is going to have whatever personalities that humans have of, hey, let's travel here. Let's do this.
I mean,
fucking no.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? We don't know yet.
I feel like that's not even possible. No, you can't tell nobody that travels the fucking universe to fucking be nice to you. No alien that's going to come down here is going to be nice. Who the fuck?
How do you know that though? What if?
Because the first thing they're gonna get is disrespect. We're gonna throw nukes at them. It's already happened where there's been ships that are overseas and they see some alien flying thing. There's like recordings. This happened like in the fucking 70s or in the 80s and 60s where they see an alien spaceship, and the fucking commander of the ship says, "Open fire."
Dead ass.
That's so fucking disrespectful. If I'm an alien and I'm just here visiting, Because it's like, so if my ancestors came here in their pastime and they talk so good about Earth and the ancient people of Egypt, and then I come here and I get fucking bullets rained on me, I'm not gonna be fucking nice. I'm gonna be like, these fuckers are monsters. Dude, if I was an alien and I came down here, I'd be like, humans are kind of mean. Regardless, I'd be like, humans don't like each other.
So
they're not coming over here.
So like, if you encountered an alien, would you? Are you telling me you wouldn't be violent towards him right off the bat?
No, they're gonna fucking kick my ass.
What if like the alien is like this big? It's like 2 inches.
He's gonna go up my ass. I'm not gonna be mean to no alien. I'm not being mean to no alien. You know, when I was little, my brothers were they played a joke on me that scarred me for the rest of my life. So I saw like a little lizard just going boom. And this is back when I lived in some apartments. And we were outside and the lizard just crawled across. And I was like, oh shit, it's a fucking lizard. And my brothers, both of them, looked at me with a serious look. And they said, hey, if that lizard crawls up your pants, it's going to go inside of your asshole. And I looked at him like, what? It will go up your pants, inside of your asshole, and it will eat you from the inside. That's what these little lizards do. I promise you, from then on, that's all I can think about a little ass fucking lizard doing, crawling up my pants and in my asshole. It's gonna be hard for me to fight them once they're in there, and then once they get in my cheeks and in my asshole, I am dead.
Yo,
ever since then, I've had this kind of fear of lizards. I promise you, ever since then, I've always looked at lizard as I'm gonna die from the inside. Little fucking gecko, fucking Geico insurance lizards. Fear. When I see that commercial, ass eater, I'm dead. Fear. I promise you.
Traumatized, bro. Gotta switch the channel real quick.
No, like seriously, every time I would see a Geico commercial, especially growing up, I would have like, oh shit, it's a scary ass lizard.
Dead ass?
Yeah, because they put it in me that lizard is gonna go up, because they told me all serious. It was not one, it was both of them told me this lizard's gonna go up your pants. And it was back when people wore baggy shit, so there's no fucking skinny shit. It's like baggy pants, baggy sweats. It's gonna go up my ass. And then I start thinking up my legs, and I start thinking, how am I gonna fight it? The little ass fucking lizard, then in my asshole.
Well, our older brothers the
it's gonna eat best. Me. I was actually scared ever since then of the lizards.
I could see your brothers doing that to be funny as fuck, like to them.
I'm sure they find it so funny because I never fucked with lizards after that. I never point them out. I see a lizard, I walk the other way.
I imagine you going to the zoo, going to the reptile exhibit, walking right out.
Dude, if I was little and I can only imagine me being in that area, I would have fear that one of the lizards. I would have more fear of the lizard getting out than the gorilla.
Hell no, that's hilarious, dog. I had no idea this was.
It's part of who I am. Because the thing, gorilla comes at me, well, yeah, it's big and shit, but I could fight it. Let's get to rocking, right? A little ass lizard comes at me and I try to stomp it. It weaves, goes up my pants, eats my ass out. I'm dead, Eddie. I can't do much about that. It's a fucking scary thought in my head. I've had it since I was little because of my brothers. And this is just who I am. I got to accept my fear for lizards because of it.
How old were you when they told you this?
I was in an apartment, so like 9 or 10.
Dang, so you've lived most of your life being scared of fucking lizards.
Don't get lizards around me. Now that I'm grown and shit, I feel like I could accept it. It's like, okay, this lizard's not going up my ass.
Which, I mean, honestly, you don't know that.
I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely a possibility to get a lizard up your asshole.
I've seen a hyena stick its head inside of a buffalo and eat the buffalo. I can only imagine the little lizard
from
going
the asshole
up my leg, in my ass, eating me alive, and then it's in there just eating me out, dead.
Eating you out,
dead. I'd be dead. That's something that's always been in my head. What were we talking about before that? We were talking about. Damn, what were we talking about? Before we got into my fear of a lizard.
Aren't siblings fucking shitty sometimes, bro?
Yeah.
For the longest too, I had a big ass fear of spiders. So I used to get these like little white spots on my ear, right? And so I don't know what they are. It was like some kind of like eczema or some kind of skin, whatever thing. And my brother would always tell me those are spider eggs. And so I got to pull them out. And so he would like scratch at them and that shit fucking hurt. I don't know why the fuck he would do that.
Yeah.
And so like for the longest time, bro, I could never be around a spider. Spiders are like one of the scariest fucking things to me right now.
Yeah, it's traumatizing. All right, let's get into one more subject before we end the podcast. What would be something juicy to talk about?
Hey, do you shave your legs?
No, I've only done that once. I was curious and I shaved my legs. You know, I got a razor because it was in the bathroom. It was when I was a little kid, and I shaved my legs right here, right like where my chin is. And I went up, shaved off all of the hairs when I was a little kid. So my hair barely started growing, shaved it all off. Like, damn. And I looked at my other leg. Well, I got to make it match. And I shaved it all the way up, right?
Yeah.
Hair never grew back there.
To this day?
To this day.
To this day.
Never grew back there.
You're lying.
I'll show you. I promise you. Hair in this little spot right here. I'll show you after the podcast. Hair right here. Since I was little, I shaved it out of curiosity. Never grew back. And I have it on both because I wanted it to match.
Damn, bro, what the
It would have been worse if I just did it on one leg and I didn't do it on here and then hair grew here but not here. I'd be like, but yeah, that happened.
At least it's symmetrical, huh?
Yeah, or maybe I just never had hair there. But honestly, I remember me doing that on purpose, where I shaved both of them there, and then hair just decided to never grow back there ever again.
The other day I was I was manscaping, shaving my pubes and shit, or not shaving but trimming because I have the manscaper machine or whatever, and I have never shaved my legs, dude. And so I got curious, and so I ran through it real quick, and so this is the first time ever, bro, that I had ever like shaved my legs. It feels so fucking weird, bro. Like my legs are like straight up fully shaved right now.
Yeah.
And I put on my pants, right, like to go to work the next day, and I don't know. I feel like I lost fucking weight because I feel like the pants were fitting me baggy as fuck, bro. Like,
yeah. Also, they make your legs look a lot more muscular, which is a good thing. But yeah, that's that's probably gonna be the podcast right there. I can't think of anything to talk about. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to the Menso podcast, episode 25. This is Pedro, and I'm here with Eddie, and goodbye.
Adios.